to you by Marriott and Cecil Nurse.
The 2019 Rallye du Maroc continues. The normal Moroccan pace is being somewhat upped. The stage today is 311 kilometres with a southern loop. The day dawned with the roadbook given to the riders just 25 minutes before the start. The Maroc dunes beckoned once more, but it gave people quite a few problems. Which way? Left or right? That way? Back? Forward? Which way do you want to go? Toby Price was first out of the blocks after a victory the day before. He led the whole day and was one of many to get a little lost. Unfortunately for the Aussie, losing the overall lead as well. Recovering from injury has gone well so far here in Morocco, but today Matthias Wagner crashed. And look at that injured knee, it has blown up like a balloon. Will he be okay to continue? Franco Caimi and Quintanilla, only 1 second between them coming into today, but for the Argentine, he lost a little time with his Yamaha against the Husqvarna. Still inside the top 10, he's 9th. Who's on top to make it the 4th different winner in 4 days then? Paulo Gonçalves with the hero. One of the older riders in the rally used his experience to be top of the pole by just under a minute.
Today I tried to clean my mind and start just to pushing, do my race, and finally just a small mistake before refueling, and there we give 1 or 2 minutes. We are on 1 or 2 minutes lost, but in the end it's enough to win the stage, so it's good for me, good for the team.
Ricky Brabec is now top Honda after his second today, putting him 3rd overall, just ahead of his teammate Juan Barreda. Overnight, Pablo Quintanilla was 6 minutes back in 4th, but he used the 311 kilometres to the max, putting in a stellar ride to leapfrog up the order to a very close 2nd overall. Never short of speed, Andrew Short's Husqvarna shot through the stage to win. Even with a small technical problem, he flew to make him the 4th different winner in 4 days and Husqvarna's 1st in Morocco in 2019.
The roadbook before refuel was really confusing. I think everybody got lost, and I rode to the top of the hill and I found some local. He was out of his tent and I just looked at him and asked him, to kind of point. And he pointed that way, and so I rode that way for maybe 3 or 4 kilometers, and the arrow popped up for the refuel. So I was really lucky on that and many things today. But I pushed really hard at the beginning, went fast.
So overall, it's now Andrew Short who's hit the top ahead of his teammate Quintanilla, Brabec, Barreda for Honda, and then Toby Price for KTM. Nasser Al-Attiyah came into the day with a hand on the World Cup. A 17-minute lead was what he needed with the Toyota, but a big impact broke the crank sensor and it wouldn't restart. Is the World Cup slipping through the Qataris' hands? Peder Hansel was unlucky to fall 5 metres down a cliff. The car took an awful amount of damage, but they were okay. Incredibly, they managed to get the car out of the stage, therefore keeping their World Cup hopes alive. 20 kilometres before the finish, it was a bad judgment on my part. I wanted to avoid 2 small dunes to make time. I went to the right because it looked flatter. It was only sand, so I thought it was going to be quicker there rather than passing over more bumps. But at the top of the dune, it was a small cliff of about 5 metres. We were only doing 5 kilometres an hour. The car fell down, did a vault, and we destroyed the suspension. Fernando Alonso had a day of punctures. He even had a flat on the way to the stage. Then he used up all his spares, and then he took the spares of Alatia. Suzuka or Le Mans, this is not, but he's preparing for more desert rallying.
We have too many punches again. At one point we saw Nasser stopping there, so we stopped to see what happened, and yeah, we found out that he had an engine problem, and we took some tires from him, and we took it a little bit easy until the end, so we could have done a very good stage, but yeah, maybe tomorrow, the last day, is the good day for us.
Serradori took advantage once more with the immaculate SRT buggy. He's been there and thereabouts all rally and has now slotted into third. Things are certainly looking up. 2 days have brought 2 wins for Carlos Sainz. He is in the groove here in Morocco. After 32 years of rallying, he's still winning stages, and he's up to second overall. This rally is not over yet. De Villiers' pace was electrifying, and even losing 15 minutes trying to find his waypoint, he now leads Rallye du Maroc with the Toyota Hilux. He's got just 4 3/4 minutes between him and victory.
You know, these races are crazy. It's never over until it's done. You know, I'm sure Carlos is going to push like hell tomorrow, but we'll try and keep him behind us.
De Villiers' lead is 4 minutes and 42 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz. Serradori third, Przgonski in the Mini in fourth ahead of Pere Hansel. Jean-Antoine Sabatier with his buggy 1 heads the open class. The top step should be his. Tomorrow is the final day of Rallye du Maroc 2019. Who will be king of the desert?